If you look at the report that was, or the comments that were made by CFO in 2024, they do indicate a monetary value on this matter. And you look at, yes, March 2024. When you look at what National Commissioner says in 2025, talking about the need to expedite the implementation now, because we're talking about implementation, it points to that. Now, on the differences, now, there's no problem with people airing their views and so on. But the fact that you cannot dispute, one is that from 2023, there's been substantial decrease of political killings. That is in the main in KZN. To a point where 2024, you speak about 7. In March 2025, you speak about 1. That's a decrease. But what is happening on the side of the budget is different, it's not in line. And it's all because you haven't done the justification for existence in terms of assessment. To say, let us review just like you were doing up to 2022. You're now talking about the budget. You're now talking about the budget. But the actual role is no longer as it was. The contribution, yes, that it has been a factor contributing to the decrease. No one is disputing that. But equally, it can't be disputed that the decrease, which was envisaged, together with other factors, because that's not the only factor. If you look at the climate general, even in KZN, it has changed substantially. Starting in 1996, 1994, when government no longer contributed in causing conflict among parties and people, and fighting people who are wanting democracy when it wanted to maintain the status quo. Immediately, democracy came in and led by the new government. The situation changed, and then there was gradually a decrease, then increasing. In 2018, up to 2021, you see increase in numbers. And numbers are supposed to inform you more than any other thing. So they start decreasing in 2023. Now it says to you, you are controlling resources. You have a say in the resources of SAPS. And there are flare-ups in other parts of the country, substantial flare-ups. Murders, and in fact, even in KZN, murders are outside of political killings, are up in figures. But you ignore that in your analysis of allocation of resources. You say the team must continue, even though you have a structure which you must be implementing, even though organized crime, taxi-related violence, and personal matters are continuing and increasing, characterizing matters in KZN as being very high and among the 4 leading provinces in the country. But you continue as if all those things are not happening on the side. You couldn't do that. You had to adjust through assessments what is happening and adjust accordingly. Now, so the decrease is real, and then those differences that you are talking about are part of the process as intended, wind down so that we finally get to that level. Because what is happening, in my view, is no longer directed by needs of the budget. It's not taking into consideration that things have since changed. As I indicated earlier on, if you look at the much spoken about cases in Gauteng, they are being handled successfully. They are being handled successfully. Yes, the team has intervened, or it has been drafted in the form of 10 people. But it doesn't mean that those 3 cases were not handled properly or in any way problematic by organized unit in Gauteng, which is a clear indication that your organized units all over the country, which you need all over the country, can work. And they need reinforcement. They need to be empowered, just like in the Western Cape. So that is, I would want, in other words, I am arguing for a look at a number of factors at the same time, not just a national political killings task team in isolation. In fact, I could even go to the extent that if the intention of the minister is as alleged on the 6th of July to protect some criminal syndicates, one unit that you would have targeted is organized crime in Gauteng, who are handling the dockets, handling the cases, who are doing that with the National Political Killings Task Team only assisting. That is reality. That is factual. So we shouldn't isolate the National Political Killings Task Team and then from any other thing that is happening. We should look at all these matters together.